Welcome to Take 5, a podcast brought to you by Newleaf Training and Development. Each edition is an inspiring interview with a leader worth listening to. Enjoy.
Hey, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at Newleaf Training and Development, and I'm so delighted to be joined today by Jason Price, who is the managing partner at Seer Strategic Solutions and a dear friend of mine now for, I guess, nearly 20 years. Jason, can you believe it? For 17 years at Newleaf, we've focused on our core purpose of helping people and organizations better manage themselves, better lead others, and grow business acumen. I just wondered, what are your recommended best practices to help people and organizations be their best? But please do start, though, by telling us a little bit more about your organization, what you do and who you serve, and I'll wrap it up when you're done. So over to you, Jason.
Thank you, Paul. And it's great to have been a friend of yours for a long time and seen how you have grown. And I know we've worked together in the learning and development field. I have moved over to delivering a lot of training and communications and consulting and change management for Microsoft 365. And my team at Seer focuses on this. And really what we are centered around today is the intrusion of AI and automation into the marketplace. And it gets more every quarter. You probably have drones going up to your house, delivering packages. We can see that robots are taking on more manual tasks. And someday soon, we're going to go down to the fast food joint on the corner and go through the drive-through, and it'll be fully automated. You'll have an AI-powered voice recognition taking your order. You'll have bots cooking and wrapping it up for you, and you'll tap your credit card and be on your way. So we see that artificial intelligence is gaining more traction. It's generating content at home, at work, in schools. We work closely with Microsoft Copilot, which combs all of a business's data to solve complex problems. But you've probably seen your kids asking Bing to write their term paper or create content. It's gotten to the point where government institutions are warning their employees to avoid ChatGPT. So a lot of this intrusion, people are not in front of it. They are reacting to it. They're behind it. And these reactions are emotional. You can actually see it on something like the Kubler-Ross cycle, where they're in denial. They say, this is not going to affect me. I don't have to worry about this. And then it becomes prevalent in their world, and they respond then in anger, like, this is not going to replace me. This can't take over my job. And then they get into bargaining. Oh my God, it's everywhere. Just make it stop, please. Even into depression. What's going to happen to me now? What happens to my job? Where do I go? And then at some point, they get to a degree of acceptance where they can plan effectively for how to deal with these intrusions. So my recommendation and what we work on at Seer is to not just stand there waiting for things to happen. It is to be proactive. It is to step through your own Kubler-Ross cycle and help others through theirs so that you can then lead by example. So we cultivate competencies in digital leadership, and there's 7 of them. Communication's number 1. Communication and education, totally key to helping others out of their denial and anger stage. So maximizing your utility across business chat and meetings and video messaging and reporting so that you can engage your employees wherever they are, hybrid, in the office. And then number 2 is EQ. It's emotional support is so critical at this time because they're going through their process, and you can help them through bargaining and depression by being aware of where they are, offering empathy and opening up, being very honest with your employees about where they stand and where you stand. Number 3 is adaptability. So unlocking productivity for yourself and taking on these new working habits, building what is going to be that new way of working so that you can model those ideal behaviors. So, and direct others to get there. That's key to helping them see what acceptance looks like and take off after you. Number 4 in digital leadership is collaboration with other people, how to share, how not to share, how to co-author content and review and approve and create workflows around production. Number 5 is data-driven decision-making. So utilizing these tools now, being able to question an AI assistant, to better prompt it, to better direct it to get to resolution or the problem you're trying to work on. Number 6 is accessibility. So diversity, inclusion, attracting and retaining talent with these new skill sets who can work with these new tools. And that, of course, is all wrapped around by number 7, strategic thinking. So a lot of this are new skills to people. We help bring that to them. There's more to talk about, but that's about all I can squeeze into 5 minutes. So let's take 5.
Again, Jason, thanks so much for taking a few minutes with us today. And that made so much sense. I love the way you wrapped it under that heading of digital leadership. And if I could, just a message out to the subscribers to keep an eye on the events page of the website for the various events that we have throughout the course of the year, many of which are available for free for subscribers. Jason, it was so wonderful to see you recently at our housewarming. And I wondered if I could offer you first one on Take 5 ever, 164 episodes. Could we go for a virtual chest bump on 3?
Ready?
2, 3.
Ugh.
Those British pecs, they're solid, Jason. That's how we built an empire. That'll sting for a couple of days.
Ow. Sorry.
Jason, thanks ever so much. It's so great to see you again. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us, my friend.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Jason.
I hope you found that interview useful, and if you did, feel free to rate, review, and share this podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we also invite you to check out our other weekly podcast, Going the Extra Mile, which is sure to lift your spirit and encourage you in today's working world. Bye for now.